Hello, everybody. Welcome to our midweek reset. Happy Wednesday. Anna is here with me, our 900-hour yoga therapist, and she is trauma informed, and she is available for private consultations.
I am.
Don't be afraid to reach out to us if you are in the community and you are in need of some extra support, because I know today I need some extra support because the pollen is flying around like snow. And I just came from Maine where it's like the pines are blowing the yellow stuff up my face. So I also think I sneezed last night or something in the middle of the night and like slept really strangely. So I'm like really stiff today. Dealing with sinus pressure. I'm a freaking mess. But Stanley just reminded me that I have my SOS lotion and I need to practice what I preach, and I should be using more CBD. And Irie Bliss is the sponsor of this podcast, so I am going to let you know that the SOS lotion is now available for a $25 price point in this very convenient and kind of bougie looking
I like it.
travel size option. So I recommend when people use my lotion to even rub it into the bottom of their feet. Believe it or not, like before bed, because the CBD will suck up through the soles of your feet and systemically enter your entire body. So I'm going to rub a little bit of this on my chest today, and I wanted to remind the congregation that tonight Matt will be here also at 6:30 doing the midweek vibe check, which is a combination of breath work and sound healing. And he has a whole thing planned. If you go to the website, we would love it if you RSVP'd. It's pcsam.org, and you can find our events under the events section. Obviously. Also wanted to remind you that we are taking Soul Saturday on the road, and it's going to actually be manifesting as Soul Sunday on July 6th up in Waterboro, Maine at 38 West, great little Irish pub. It's basically the only pub in town. My auntie Jane owns it, and she just put a 20 by 40 tent out in the back parking lot. So we're going to have a little block party, and it's going to be a holistic Wellness Soul Sunday. So we are hoping to have hopefully Anna, Sarah, Christine, Matt doing like 20-minute, also Sam doing like 20-minute healings. So probably we'll ask for like a $35 donation for a 20-minute session so that if you've never experienced Reiki or if you've never experienced a sound healing or energy session, you can come and you can just get a little taste of it. And then that way we're like titrating up slowly. And we will have some of our Soul Saturday DJs also there providing the entertainment out in the parking lot. And we will have some of our church members vending. So my daughter will be one of those vendors with Why I Love You, selling her amazing whipped body butters and sugar scrubs and candles. Who knows what she will have been releasing by the time that happens, because she seems to always be witching it up because she is my daughter. So I am excited about summer and having a little bit more time for yoga, hopefully, and self-care. And I did connect with a few of my friends up in Maine who were interested in having some yoga classes. So look for some lakeside potential yoga classes coming up soon. And I can feel that Anna has that Reiki touch when she just like touches my body. And so I'm so grateful for this community. We also have, what is the date today? Is today the 12th? The 11th. Yeah. Okay, so we actually did start a new support group for people who were victims of childhood trauma, whether that be sexual abuse, physical or emotional abuse. And we will be meeting on, I think we'll check out the event section. It's going to be in July. We're going to meet in person. I believe it was like July 12th, but don't quote me on that, but it is in the event section. And then I think tomorrow night we're going to be having a Zoom call, and that's going to be primarily for the folks that did join us the first time we met. However, feel free to DM me if you missed that support group and you wanted to get in on it, because it was really powerful just to hold space for one another. And you know, I don't do talk therapy, I don't do one-on-one therapy, but I enjoy like healing in a group and hearing other people's stories so that we don't feel so alone.
Yeah, I think it's also important to know that there are different degrees of experience, so, you can come in, not feeling like you've ever experienced something intense, but, we go through different things in childhood. We observe different things, and, degrees of experience are different. So coming into a share circle is such a healing way to hear, listen, and be present for somebody else who wants to be seen. it's a good way for us to see each other.
Absolutely, yes. And we would not have this safe and sacred space to have these circles if it was not for the support of our members. So I bow to all of our members. A few new people signed up again this week, and also at the main Fungi Festival. And that support allows me to do things like go to the Psychedelic Science Conference and stay on top of the latest research and the latest sacraments. And, as part of our Do No Harm approach, we have Green Network providers here who are doing consultations for microdosing, medication management, adult ADHD now. We also have a new Lyme disease consultation that Charlene is providing. She is an expert because of her own experience and her family's experience dealing with Lyme disease for the past several years. So do check out greennetworkproviders.org, the sister nonprofit to the church here, because, I'm not a medical professional, and I just really appreciate the support that the nurses and the nurse practitioners and the Reiki healers provide to our community, because again, it takes a village. And God knows this world is crazy right now.
1,000%.
So just a reminder, you do not have a microphone, so please make sure when you bend over you talk nice and loud for the congregation. And yeah, I'm going to go take my place on the mat.
You feeling better a little bit?
It already does feel a little bit better when I take
looser.
a deep breath. Yeah, so hopefully today your yoga therapy will heal me.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And thank you to our special guest, Eddie, for joining us today and putting your trust in us.
Thank you for having me, and welcome everyone to this week's midweek reset. So, as Sandy said, I am a yoga therapist. I am not a medical professional, but I am a yogi professional. I do see clients for all sorts of different things. It is a collaboration between client and myself. I see clients for all sorts of different things that they are finding challenging in their lives. So I see people with PTSD, anxiety. I see people with mobility issues that want to improve the mobility and balance. So it's not just physical. Obviously PTSD, and as you know, affects the nervous system. So what you're feeling will affect your nervous system and will manifest in the physical body. So I work with my clients to offer different protocols to help process. When you come and see me, it is very, very important that you know that this module, this healing module, will not work unless you do the work. And that is part of doing the work is part of your healing process. I've done the work. I continue to do the work. Yoga therapy has helped me tremendously, not just in the physical body, but all around. And I really highly recommend that if you're curious, reach out to me, have a conversation with me. I do, consultations over the phone. So reach out to me. You guys know how to get a hold of me. So yeah, it's not just about movement. I think sometimes, the misconception about yoga is that it's just about movement and breath, and it's got all sorts of layers. So I won't get into that too much because you know that I'm a yogi nerd and a nervous system nerd, and I can blah, 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 all about it all day long. So, all right, so let's start with, let's start standing. Since Ed, you are standing, you are inspiring me to stand. So in this practice, we always can start on our backs, standing, seated, but since Ed is here and he's standing, we're gonna begin with standing. So first, let's just release the body and take a nice deep breath before we go into any posture. You can soften your gaze, lower the gaze, or close your eyes. You can find a comfortable stance. And then let's bring our hands either to the top of the heart, or you can layer hands in prayer position. And in this way, we can begin to center ourselves with our breath. Feel the magic of the love that surrounds you to create your intention, and just feeling so grateful for being here in this present moment with you. brings me so much joy and gratitude to be able to be here and share this practice with you. Nice deep breaths as you settle into your heart space, feeling your own energy through the hands as we connect to our heart, which is the bridge to our mind. Through the breath, we begin to calm the mind. Through the breath, we begin to slow down the heart rate. Through the breath, we begin to ease the entire body. Nice deep breath in and exhale out. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and bring your arms by your side. Feel nice and tall in your body. Take the palms out so that you can externally rotate the shoulders, bring the shoulders back, slide the scapulas down, and draw those shoulders down by drawing the arms down to the earth. All right, so let's engage the legs. We're going to pull up those quads and feel strong in our stance. Pull the navel in and up. And chin is parallel to the floor. Nice deep breath in. Let's raise our arms up. Bring the palms together. And then on the exhale, bring that love back to your heart. Inhale, reach back up. And gently follow the palms up and a gentle reach back. And exhale, lower the arms. All right, softening the legs. Roll the shoulders. And then roll them forward, so both directions. And then we're going to cat-cow standing. So again, finding a comfortable stance, we're going to take the arms out to our sides. On the inhale, we're going to take the arms back and extend, pressing the heart forward and taking the gaze up. On the exhale, we're going to gently round or come to a neutral spine. So find what's comfortable for you. This is neutral. This is rounding in. Inhale, take the arms out, press the heart forward, go at your pace, take the gaze up. Exhale, a gentle bend in the knees, rounding in or finding your neutral spine. Inhale. Feel the roll of the spine as you move this way. Taking it out. This is also wonderful to take any pressure off the knees, off the shoulders a little bit. No body weight, just your own. And then gently bring the arms back out. Inhale the arms up. Exhale and lower the arms down. Bring them to your thighs. A gentle seat. All right, so I'm going to give you the option here to begin to take a forward fold. So if your sinuses are uncomfortable, just take a slight bend forward and gently come to a neutral half lift. Otherwise, if you're good to go, come to a forward fold. Gently lowering the head and letting the upper body feel heavy. Feel the low back lengthen. Release the neck and shoulders. A gentle sway. Let the arms go. Release the shoulders and the neck. You can take a sway here and exhale through the mouth as you inhale to release anything that needs to be released. Nice deep breath in, and you can and just release the body. You can grab elbow to elbow here and sway if you'd like. And then if you've taken the elbows into your hands, gently release them, and then we're going to begin to press through the feet so we can gently roll up slowly. Rolling up, rolling up, rolling up. Come all the way up, extend the arms up when you're there. Reaching up, palms pressed together. Gently reach back and press the hips forward. And then lower the arms down, come back to a neutral position. All right, so let's get into the neck and shoulders. We're gonna take that right hand out, bring it to the top of the left ear, and gently draw that right ear to the right shoulder. Let the hand weigh. And you can extend that left arm. You can even play with the movement to see what feels good in your stretch. What feels good, what doesn't feel so good, and then find that little sweet spot for yourself. And then let's lower that left arm for a moment. You're gonna pivot the palm to the back of the head and gently guide the gaze up. Lower that left shoulder down. And then slowly bring the head back, rotating the palm, gently drawing it back to the right shoulder. Release the hand and bring the head back up. And let's take the opposite side. That left hand on top of above the right ear, draw the left ear towards the shoulder, drop that left shoulder, reach out with that right arm. Maybe a little movement just to see where your sweet spot is. You can also rotate the shoulder, so play with that movement and see what feels good to you, or find your stillness. And then lowering that right arm, rotate that palm to the back of the head, take the gaze up. It's almost like you're resting your head on the palm, but you're feeling that stretch right in here. Then slowly release, because the cervical spine is a very sensitive area, and then come back same way you came in, same way you come out. All right. So coming back to a mountain pose, so we draw those shoulders down, making the stretch more effectively, taking that right ear to right shoulder, and then you're going to turn your gaze towards the shoulder. Pull the navel in, strength through the legs. Take the gaze over the shoulder, and you're going to feel the stretch a little bit more deeply. You are also exercising the optic nerves. And then take the gaze to the shoulder, bring the gaze to the right side of your space. Bring the head back to center and gently take that left ear to left shoulder. Remember, you're drawing those shoulders down, strength through the legs, and then you're going to slowly take the gaze to the left shoulder. When you're ready, take it over the shoulder. So really taking those eyes over the shoulders, giving them a nice stretch. And that's also going to increase the mobility of your shoulders, stretching those optic nerves. And then slowly take the gaze to the left side of your space, and then gently guide your head back to center slowly. Cervical circles, so guide the nose in a circular way to rotate the cervical spine, and go in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Come back to center. Inhale. Let's extend those arms up. Reach up. You should be feeling that nice stretch. Reach back through the neck with the stretches we just did. Press the hips forward. Come back to center. Bend the knees. And release the arms, swan dive down for a forward fold. Nice deep breaths, and then gently roll up. Slowly, slowly. Extend the arms out and up. Palms touch. Gently reaching back again for a little back bend. Pull those quads up, strong legs, and hands come to heart. All right, so I did this in standing today. It's a version of thread the needle. So we're going to take the arms out and then palms out, bring them forward. Okay, a soft bend in the knee. And then we're going to guide that right arm out and follow the palm. So another exercise with the eyes, and then bring it across below the arm and then reach back out. Follow the palm. We're going to do that 3 times. And bring it across the chest, under the arm, and then extend. And then reach back under the arm, across the chest, and hug the left side. Take the gaze to the left side. There's your thread of the needle in standing. Again, you can take the gaze as far back as comfortable for you. One more deep breath. Release, bring that arm back, out, and then come back. Release the arms, let them sway. And you can do waterfall arms if you'd like to. And then we're going to come back. Hands out. Let's follow that left palm. We're going to reach out, bring it all the way back, and then bring it all the way across the chest underneath that right arm, and then reach back out again. And bring it back. One more. Take your time. And then hug that right side, and then take the gaze to the right side. So if you think of, if you've done thread the needle in tabletop, this is exactly what we do, except in a different position. Take the gaze over the shoulder if that's not uncomfortable for you. Give yourself a little more of a shoulder stretch. And then release that left arm, follow the palm all the way back, and then bring it back where you first started and lower the arms. So you see that, how that was like when we do that in tabletop? How did that feel? Good? All right. All right. Arms come up. Flip the palms, lower them behind you, interlace the fingers. So take a look here, and I see this a lot of the time, bring the palms together if that's accessible. From here, you're going to draw those shoulders back and down by lengthening the arms down, and then you're going to take the gaze up to the sky. Bend the knees, and then we're going to begin to forward fold as far as you're comfortable, with arms behind you. If that's not comfortable, of course you can release them, and then come all the way down as far as you're comfortable. And there's another shoulder rotation. Take the gaze to the right side. Come back to center. Take the gaze to the left side. Come back to center. Bend the knees, strength through the legs, pressing through the feet, and come all the way back up. Take the gaze up, strength through the legs, release the arms, arms come up, and lower, shake the body out. All right, so we're gonna come to the top of the mat, and we'll get into a little sun salutation. A nice deep breath, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive down. Bend one knee and then the other to give the hips some movement. And we're actually going to come to a crescent lunge. So I'm going to guide you there. On the inhale, we're going to take a half lift, half hands on the shins. And hang out here for a few breaths. We're going to tilt the tail, pull the navel in, and lengthen through the crown as you draw those shoulders back. Your gaze is just a couple feet in front of you. Breathe and feel this posture. Again, we're lengthening, so we're really stretching out the cervical spine, the shoulders. One more breath and forward fold. Plant the palms. Right foot's going to step back. And we're gonna lunge, so press that heel back. Hands are bracketing that front foot. And then we're gonna lift the body up. So the option here is to bring the hands to the left thigh. This is also a balancing pose. Okay, so we're coming into crescent lunge, and you can scoot that back foot forward to feel better in your balance if you'd like, and then the arms are gonna come up. Nice deep breath in. And then we're gonna take a little dip down, bend that back knee and lower, and then lift back up. We're gonna do 3 of these. Dip and lift and dip. Use your breath and lift. Last one. Dip and then come back up. From here, lower the arms down, bracket that front foot and extend that front knee. Take a little bow here, lowering the head towards the knee. And if you can tuck the chin, give yourself a little tuck of the chin, a little contraction of the chin against the throat, and take the forehead towards the knee, or touch the forehead with the knee. You can bend the knee and make contact, and then press it away with the forehead. Do what's comfortable for you, and then press that back heel away from you. Lift the gaze. Stack that left knee over the ankle, ground that right palm, and inhale that left arm up. Pull navel in, press through that back heel. Nice deep breath. One more. And then lower the arm. All right, from here, back foot steps forward, forward fold. Bend one knee, then the other. Hands on the shins, half lift. Tilt the tail, pull the navel in, lengthen through the crown, and draw those shoulders back. And then let's root to rise. Take those arms all the way up in a reverse swan dive. Arms come up, palms touch, gently reaching back, hands to heart. Pull those quads up, stay nice and strong through the legs. Inhale, we're gonna repeat other side. Arms come up, gently reach back, press the hips forward. Let's swan dive down for our forward fold. Nice long straight spine, soft bend in the knees. Inhale, hands on the shins. Tilt the tail, navel pulls in, draw those shoulders back and lengthen through the crown. Another deep breath in. Exhale, plant palms, left foot steps back. This time, take your lunge. Press through that back heel. Okay, so begin to lift. So if you feel comfortable lifting the body, then you just lift and lift those arms up. Otherwise, take that step with hands on the leg first and then reach up. Press through that back heel. Here we are in crescent lunge, and then we're gonna bend that back knee and take a dip. And lift. And 2, and lift. One last dip, you got this. Come all the way back up. Lower the arms. Bracket that front foot. Ground that left palm. Inhale that right arm up to the sky. Press through that back heel. One more breath. And lower that right arm. Extend that front leg. Tuck the chin and take the forehead towards the knee. Or take a bow. Draw that right hip back. Press through that back heel. Lift the gaze. Bend that front knee to stack over the ankle. And then you're going to round that low spine to bring that leg back to meet the left. And gently drop the knees. Shift the hips back. Take a bow. Shift forward, come down to your mat. Untuck the toes. Take the feet wide so we could decompress the low spine. Hands underneath the shoulders. Take the chin to the mat. Tuck the elbows close to the body. So you'll notice when your elbows are out here, you're going to tuck them in and the shoulders are going to draw down. On the next breath, we're going to press all 10 toes into the floor. Inhale. Press 10 toes in. Notice how the quads engage and lift the heart, lift the head up, slide the heart forward, shoulders back, and breathe. So it's not how high you go. You can stay low if that feels good, depending on the flexion, the flexibility of the spine. No judgment. Do what works for you and what feels good to you, and lower all the way down. Arms by your side and take the right cheek to mat. Bend the knees, windshield wiper side to side. Bend the knees, windshield wiper side to side. And relax your arms by your side. Yeah, there you go. All right, so lower the legs. We're gonna do a second set. Hands come underneath the shoulders, turn your chin back to the mat, tuck the elbows close to the body. You can widen the stance of the feet. Inhale, press all 10 toes in and lift the chest up. Slide the heart forward, shoulders back, and there's your baby cobra. Take your breath in and exhale, lower. Arms by your side, left cheek to mat. You can sigh it out if you'd like. Bend the knees if you'd like, and windshield wiper, and you can even rotate those ankles if you'd like. And then bring everything back down to the mat. Bring the feet a little bit closer together. Chin comes back to the mat. We're going to do a back strengthener here. Full locust. On the in-breath, the limbs are going to completely lift off the floor. Arms are going to lift. Nice deep breath in. Arms lift, legs lift. Come all the way up as high as you can. Lift, 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 and exhale, lower. Right cheek to mat. You can find stillness here, or you can shake the hips back and forth if you'd like, or bend the knees and give movement to the legs. All up to you. Or find your stillness. Second set, chin to mat. Adjust the legs and a nice deep breath in, everything lifts. Inhale, arms lift, legs lift, everything lifts as high as possible. And exhale, lower. Left cheek to mat. And find your stillness, or you can move your legs. Do what feels good to you. One more breath here. Hands underneath the shoulders. Bring the chin back to center and tuck the toes. Gently lift the body back up. Take a wide-legged child's pose. Knees to the width of the mat. Let the toes touch. Shift the hips back. We'll nuzzle those hips into the heels and lengthen the arms forward and lower your head all the way down. So if the head is hanging off the mat, you can stack the fists one on top of the other and rest the third eye on the fists. This actually feels really good to the third eye, and you can give it a little massage. But the same sensation if your forehead can touch the mat, gently rolling the forehead side to side. And then let's rest the head on its left side. Bring the arms to your sides. If your arms can reach behind you and interlace the fingers, and just bring those shoulders back if that feels good. So you don't have to do this, you can just stay in a relaxed position. I'm gonna release my hands and bring my hands back in front of me, walking them forward. Turn the head back to center and rest the head on the left side. So we're giving the neck a little bit of a stretch here. And included in that stretch is when we reach back by our sides or reach behind us and interlace the fingers. You can turn your head a little bit more. And then relax the arms by your sides. And then bring the head back to center. Arms reach forward. Breathe. Okay, let's bring the palms together here. Lower down the head and then bend the elbows. Bring those prayer hands behind you. Now we're coming into the bicep stretch here. Walk the elbows forward and then shift those hips back so you can stretch those triceps. Release the hands. Extend them forward, lift the gaze. Walk the hands back. So lift the body back up to seated position. Inhale the arms up. Arms come up. Gently press the palms together. We're going to do the same thing and bring those hands behind your head, neck, or shoulders. Open up the chest, draw those elbows back. Take the gaze to the right side. And then come back to center. Slowly take the gaze to the left side. Come back to center, release. Arms come up. Release the arms, bring them all the way down. Roll the shoulders. So a lot of shoulder work there. And neck. All right, bring the knees closer together. Come to a tabletop position. And we'll cat-cow here. Inhale, lower abdomen down towards the mat. Take the gaze up and tilt the tail. Exhale, gently come to neutral spine or round in. So do a few cat-cows here at your comfort. And then come back to center. All right, so let's walk the hands towards the knees so you can shift the hips towards the heels and then slide the hips to one side and swing the legs around. Find the center of your mat. Let's bring right sole of the foot to the inner left thigh and create a nice 90-degree angle with the legs. Flex that left foot, and on the inhale, the arms are going to extend up. We're going to turn towards that left thigh and gently reach towards the foot wherever the hands land. If you can reach the foot, reach for the outsides of the foot. On the inhale, lengthen the spine. So feel that crown of the head lengthen, and then exhale, gently lower down, take a bow. So hands can rest wherever is good for you. All right, so I'm going to give a little different cue. Lift the body. Reach your peace fingers. This is for you, Sandy. To grab the toe, okay? And then we're going to take that right shoulder and bring it out. Extend that right arm over and lengthen. Rotate that left rib cage. So remember, you can stay where you are or take this little twist. And then come back to center. Take another gentle pull to lengthen and then release. Arms come back up, lower them down, soles of the feet together. Butterfly. Flutter the legs. Lengthen through the crown. and release. Bring the knees up. Extend the legs, left sole of the foot to the inside of that right thigh. Inhale, arms come up. Turn towards the right thigh and reach wherever your hands land. So do what's comfortable for you. A nice deep breath in to lengthen. And exhale. Forward fold. If you want to take that little twist, bring those peace fingers around the toe. Begin to turn and release that left arm to reach over. And breathe. Release. Reach back. Adjust and lengthen and take another fold and release. Arms come up, lower them down. Bring that leg back. Butterfly the feet and flutter. Knees come up again, lengthen the legs. Okay, so this time, just let them go for a little bit. And this time we're gonna reach for both feet. On the inhale, we're either gonna reach for the outsides of the feet, so arms come up, engage the quads, and reach either for the outsides of the feet, or my favorite is the peace fingers. You're also stimulating meridians in the feet, around the toes when you do this reach. Take a nice deep breath, lengthen the spine, and take your forward fold. Remember, wherever you land is good. As long as you're feeling that stretch, that forward fold for you, that works. So be mindful here if you're grabbing the feet that they're not bending in a different or this and they're separated. Keep them nice and aligned. Lengthen and forward fold. Release, come up and lower the arms. Bring the arms behind you, bend the knees, windshield wiper. All right, so we're gonna take the knees all the way to the right side. Let those knees touch. On the inhale, we're gonna reach that left arm over the left ear and lengthen the left side body. Lower that arm down. Catch yourself and switch. Take the knees to all the way to the other side. Inhale, right arm over, lengthen the body, and come back to center. Repeat. Inhale, left arm over, knees to the right side, and switch. Knees to the left side, left arm, right arm reaches over. Beautiful. Over the ear, lengthen, and then release, come back to center. Adjust to windshield wiper again. All right, so we're gonna take a twist here. We're gonna take that right leg over the left. And we have options here. If you want to stay right here, stay right here, okay? Flex the foot if you're gonna be in this position, and you're gonna hug that knee in. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can bend that left knee and bring that left heel to the right buttocks to take a deeper twist. I'm just gonna, so that's the demonstration of taking that heel to that buttocks. I'm gonna extend my leg though and hug that right knee into my body. And then that left arm is just gonna come behind my low back onto the mat so I can help press my heart forward. Gaze forward, flex the foot, and then take the gaze over the shoulder. And then gently come back to center and switch. Hug in, heart forward, and then take your twist. Look over the right shoulder. And then come back to center and release the legs. Bend the knees, arms behind you, windshield wiper. Find the center of your mat, and then let's come onto our backs, bring the knees into chest. Give a nice squeeze, wrap your arms around your knees, come to the floor, bring the shoulders to the mat, tuck the chin. You could give yourself a little rock. If it feels good to take the forehead towards the knees and create a little tight ball, you can. And then lower the head, release the legs, take a full body stretch. Lengthen, lengthen. Bring that right knee to chest. Nice deep breaths, and then guide that knee to the right shoulder. Release that leg, but allow the right knee to fall to the right side body, creating like a tree pose position with your legs. So you can bring the sole of the foot to touch the right sole of the foot to touch the calf, or the inside somewhere in the inner leg. And then inhale, we're going to bring those arms up over the head. So option here to take cactus arms, or just reach over the head and relax the shoulders. Take a little flexion of that left foot, bringing the toes towards you. You can also just completely relax the body. All right, so that right knee comes back to center. Squeeze it in towards your chest. And then release. Take a full body stretch. Arms over the head, lengthen through the legs, and reach for that left knee to chest. Flex both feet. Take the knee to the left shoulder. And then gently begin to lower that knee to the left side body. Let that left sole of the foot rest on the inner leg, wherever you choose. Again, flex that right foot if you'd like, and then inhale, arms come up, or completely relax the body. Nice deep breaths. One more. And then slowly begin to bring that knee back into chest, giving it a little hug. And then lift up that right leg, hug in that right knee. And then take the hands to the knees and rotate. So create nice circles with the knees, just giving the low back a nice massage. You can also separate the knees and create opposite circles, both directions. And then of course, legs up to the sky. One of my favorite postures. You can reach for the outsides of the feet or peace finger your toes and find your happy baby. Let yourself rock side to side. Let the knees fall open. So again, reaching either for the outsides of the feet, or you can just land the hands in the front of the knees if that feels good. Flex the feet. And then bring the knees back to center if you've taken them apart, and legs back up to the sky. Arms beside you, cycle the legs. both directions. And then float the legs back down. I'm just giving myself a few ankle rotations and float the legs back down. Extend legs, full body stretch. Lengthen. All right, so we're gonna do a side body stretch. We're gonna walk the feet to the right side. And then the arms are gonna walk in the same direction, and you're gonna take a shape of a banana. And so everything's hanging out on the right side. You're feeling that stretch on that left side body. You can even cross that left leg over right. And then walk it back to center. Walk all the way to the left so the legs reach to the left side. Maybe right crosses over left, and then the arms walk over upper body to the left side. One more breath. And then walk everything back to center. Beautiful. On the inhale, we're going to reach forward towards our toes and lift the shoulders and lift the neck and the head. And then gently come back down, drop the shoulders down to the mat and the head, and then inhale, head, shoulders, reach towards the toes. And then we're going to do a boat variation. We're going to lift as our upper body lifts, so will our legs to reach, and then lower. Inhale, lift and lower. And again, you don't have to lift the legs, but you can. And then lower, take a full body stretch. So really opening up that front side body, take the arms into cactus and butterfly the feet. So bring the soles of the feet together, butterfly the legs, and flutter. Okay, so knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor, arms by your side. We're going to do a supine pigeon pose. Take the right ankle to the top of that left thigh, and then lift that left leg up so that you can weave your hands through the legs. So that right hand's going to go right in that triangle between the legs. You're going to interlace the fingers underneath that left thigh. And then begin to gently pull, flex both feet, lower the head, lower the shoulders. And then you can use that right elbow to gently, compassionately press that right leg away to open up the hip. And get that stretch and feel that stretch all the way down into those glutes. Soften shoulders. And slight tuck of the chin so the chin's not popping up and you're nice and aligned through the upper spine. And to release, you're going to lower that left leg down and release the hands. Arms are going to come into a T position so you can take the knees to the right side. And we come into a twist. Of course, you can release the legs and just take the knees to the right side. Take your gaze to the left side. And breathe. Again, take your time. Take rests in between if you need. Take the movements as slow as it feels good to you. Remember, you can always hop onto the YouTube channel and catch it to just a move at your own pace. At your own time, your own music. And then gently release, come back to center and release the legs. Windshield wiper side to side. And then bring the knees back to center. Now that left ankle is going to lift to come onto the right thigh, right on top of the
knee, and then you're gonna lift that right leg to weave the hands through the legs, interlace the fingers underneath that right thigh, flex both feet and gently pull. Use that left elbow to gently press and slowly press that leg away. Flex both feet, tuck the chin, drop the shoulders down. You know, every little minimal movement matters. Even if you pull the navel as you pull the leg towards you, that's going to change the stretch as well and deepen it. Slowly release that right leg all the way down. Release the hands. Arms come into a T position and the knees fall to the left side body and the gaze to the right side. Nice deep breath. One more breath. And then gently releasing the legs, coming back to center and windshield wiper side to side. Lengthen the legs, take a full body stretch, arms over the head. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Bring your knees in and rock it out. All right, so any final movements you would like to make for your own practice, feel free to do so. Otherwise, finding yourself in your final resting pose, arms by your side, feeling the body nice and heavy. Let the toes fall open. Let your palms face the sky. And give yourself this moment here to integrate all the benefits of the movements we just did together. Soften the gaze or close your eyes, just tuning out the world. Come back to your breath. So remember, you can stay here as long as you would like. I'm just going to be here for a few more minutes. Come back to your intention. Let any thoughts go. As they come in, anchor into your breath. If there's any thoughts coming in, remember, you can stay here as long as you'd like. And slowly, gently, moving and waking up the body, wiggling toes and fingers as I bend my knees. You can bring your knees into chest or take a full body stretch or both. And then take your knees to the right side, cradle your head for a moment. And then walking yourself back up to seated when you're ready. Meeting me with hands at the heart center. Eyes closed. Let's bring our prayer hands to our third eye to remind us to think kindly and compassionately and send that to the world, to our lips, to speak with kindness and compassion as we send our loving, kind words into the world and to our hearts to remind us to live in full intention through love, gratitude, and joy, creating inner wisdom that requires lots of courage and lots of grace. From my heart to yours, namaste.